Secretary Gutierrez, good afternoon, sir. Thank you so much for coming here.
Pleasure, thank you.
As we know, Citigroup has been present in Kazakhstan for many years, and it has done for this country a lot. Could you tell us about your current activities and priorities in Kazakhstan now?
We are, Kazakhstan for us is a growth country. It is one of the countries that we have identified throughout the world that will grow and where we are expanding our activities. We are very involved in the People's IPO, which we think is a significant, not only a business opportunity, but it is an example for other countries around the world. It's going to help the market in this country to be deeper, to have more float, to have more people involved. And it's the kind of thing that countries should pay attention to, because it's we believe, a very visionary idea. And that's taking up most of our time right now because it is so important. And we have many of our people involved in that.
Talking about your other activities, what else have you been doing in this?
Well, we have all of our corporate banking activities here. We extend loans to companies. We have our cash management, electronic cash management systems. So we provide the full range of banking activities. Everything in markets, the equity capital, debt capital, retail banking. We do everything that any bank can do. But of course we do it in almost every country in the world. So we are probably the most global bank in the world. And within that range of countries that we can pick from, we have picked Kazakhstan as one of our growth markets.
So throughout your Citigroup's period in Kazakhstan, you've been helping this country to attract investments. How would you assess the investment attractiveness of Kazakhstan today?
Well, one of the things that helps a lot is the World Bank ratings. Kazakhstan is rated very highly in the World Bank, and investors look at that. Like any country, we all have to continue to try to attract capital, because everyone is trying to attract capital. And what investors will continue to look at is who has the better tax rate, what tax regimes are predictable, rule of law, property rights, contracts, sanctity of contracts, things that are might be considered somewhat abstract become very, very tangible for investors. Intellectual property rights protection, and those are things that every country is working on, and in Kazakhstan as well, and that will enable Kazakhstan to continue to bring in more foreign investment.
So obviously Citigroup is aware how Kazakhstan is viewed by major foreign investors. Which industries you think they're interested the most in Kazakhstan?
Right now what we're seeing is oil and gas. Obviously that's very, very important. Metals and mining is also a big industry. I think down the road what you'll see is a lot more food companies because of the agricultural prowess in Kazakhstan. Food companies will, I believe, will soon discover how great potential there is here because of the agriculture. And food companies who start a base here can export from here. So I would say that's probably a next big field, even though I know it's already started. This morning there was some talk about tourism, which I think is also an activity for the future. Part of the challenge always is to have people know Kazakhstan, to know the excitement and how great of a country it is, and that requires advertising, it requires word of mouth, and that will happen, and I believe it is happening already.
Secretary Gutierrez, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate your thoughts.
Thank you. Real pleasure.